the new God of abundance, the new gods of abundance, the new God of abundance, the new goddess of abundance, the new goddesses of abundance, the new goddess of abundance, the old God of abundance, the old gods of abundance, the old God of abundance, the old goddess of abundance, the old goddesses of abundance, the old goddess of abundance, the greater God of abundance, the greater gods of abundance, the greater God of abundance, the greater goddess of abundance, the greater goddesses of abundance, the greater goddess of abundance, the lesser God of abundance, the lesser gods of abundance, the lesser God of abundance, the lesser goddess of abundance, the lesser goddesses of abundance, the lesser goddess of abundance, the higher God of abundance, the higher gods of abundance, the higher God of abundance, the higher goddess of abundance, the higher goddesses of abundance, the higher goddess of abundance, the lower God of abundance, the lower gods of abundance, the lower God of abundance, the lower goddess of abundance, the lower goddesses of abundance, the lower goddess of abundance, the greater spirit of abundance, the greater spirits of abundance, the greater spirit of abundance, the lesser spirit of abundance, the lesser spirits of abundance, the lesser spirit of abundance, the higher spirit of abundance, the higher spirits of abundance, the higher spirit of abundance, the lower spirit of abundance, the lower spirits of abundance, the lower spirit of abundance, the major God of abundance, the major gods of abundance, the major God of abundance, the major goddess of abundance, the major goddesses of abundance, the major goddess of abundance, the minor God of abundance, the minor gods of abundance, the minor God of abundance, the minor goddess of abundance, the minor goddesses of abundance, the minor goddess of abundance, the superior God of abundance, the superior gods of abundance, the superior God of abundance, the superior goddess of abundance, the superior goddesses of abundance, the superior goddess of abundance, the inferior God of abundance, the inferior gods of abundance, the inferior God of abundance, the inferior goddess of abundance, the inferior goddesses of abundance, the inferior goddess of abundance, the ancestor God of abundance, the ancestor gods of abundance, the ancestor God of abundance, the ancestor goddess of abundance, the ancestor goddesses of abundance, the ancestor goddess of abundance, the ascendant God of abundance, the ascendant gods of abundance, the ascendant God of abundance, the ascendant goddess of abundance, the ascendant goddesses of abundance, the ascendant goddess of abundance, the descendant God of abundance, the descendant gods of abundance, the descendant God of abundance, the descendant goddess of abundance, the descendant goddesses of abundance, the descendant goddess of abundance, the transcendent God of abundance, the transcendent gods of abundance, the transcendent God of abundance, the transcendent goddess of abundance, the transcendent goddesses of abundance, the transcendent goddess of abundance, the past God of abundance, the past gods of abundance, the past God of abundance, the past goddess of abundance, the past goddesses of abundance, the past goddess of abundance, the present God of abundance, the present gods of abundance, the present God of abundance, the present goddess of abundance, the present goddesses of abundance, the present goddess of abundance, the future God of abundance, the future gods of abundance, the future God of abundance, the future goddess of abundance, the future goddesses of abundance, the future goddess of abundance, the authentic God of abundance, the authentic gods of abundance, the authentic God of abundance, the authentic goddess of abundance, the authentic goddesses of abundance, the authentic goddess of abundance, the synthetic God of abundance, the synthetic gods of abundance, the synthetic God of abundance, the synthetic goddess of abundance, the synthetic goddesses of abundance, the synthetic goddess of abundance, the progressive God of abundance, the progressive gods of abundance, the progressive God of abundance, the progressive goddess of abundance, the progressive goddesses of abundance, the progressive goddess of abundance, the regressive God of abundance, the regressive gods of abundance, the regressive God of abundance, the regressive goddess of abundance, the regressive goddesses of abundance, the regressive goddess of abundance, the ordinary God of abundance, the ordinary gods of abundance, the ordinary God of abundance, the ordinary goddess of abundance, the ordinary goddesses of abundance, the ordinary goddess of abundance, the extraordinary god of abundance, the extraordinary gods of abundance, the extraordinary god of abundance, the extraordinary goddess of abundance, the extraordinary goddesses of abundance, the extraordinary goddess of abundance, the static god of abundance, the static gods of abundance, the static god of abundance, the static goddess of abundance, the static goddesses of abundance, the static goddess of abundance, the dynamic god of abundance, the dynamic gods of abundance, the dynamic god of abundance, the dynamic goddess of abundance, the dynamic goddesses of abundance, the dynamic goddess of abundance, the land god of abundance, the land gods of abundance, the land god of abundance, the land goddess of abundance, the land goddesses of abundance, the land goddess of abundance, the sea god of abundance, the sea gods of abundance, the sea god of abundance, the sea goddess of abundance, the sea goddesses of abundance, the sea goddess of abundance, the sky god of abundance, the sky gods of abundance, the sky god of abundance, the sky goddess of abundance, the sky goddesses of abundance, the sky goddess of abundance, the god of abundance, the gods of abundance, the god of abundance, the goddess of abundance, the goddesses of abundance, the goddess of abundance, the half god of abundance, the half gods of abundance, the half god of abundance, the half goddess of abundance, the half goddesses of abundance, the half goddess of abundance, the vessel of abundance, the vessels of abundance, the vessel of abundance, the name of abundance, the names of abundance, the name of abundance, the person of abundance, the persons of abundance, the person of abundance, the persona of abundance, the personas of abundance, the persona of abundance, the personage of abundance, the personages of abundance, the personage of abundance, the personality of abundance, the personalities of abundance, the personality of abundance, the personification of abundance, the personifications of abundance, the personification of abundance, the image of abundance, the images of abundance, the image of abundance, the imagination of abundance, the imaginations of abundance, the imagination of abundance, the belief of abundance, the beliefs of abundance, the belief of abundance, the thought of abundance, the thoughts of abundance, the thought of abundance, the word of abundance, the words of abundance, the word of abundance, the action of abundance, the actions of abundance, the action of abundance, the reaction of abundance, the reactions of abundance, the reaction of abundance, the feeling of abundance, the feelings of abundance, the feeling of abundance, the situation of abundance, the situations of abundance, the situation of abundance, the circumstance of abundance, the circumstances of abundance, the circumstance of abundance, the environment of abundance, the environment of abundance, the environment of abundance, the relationship of abundance, the relationships of abundance, the relationship of abundance, the number of abundance, the numbers of abundance, the number of abundance, the formula of abundance, the formulas of abundance, the formula of abundance, the equation of abundance, the equations of abundance, the equation of abundance, the theory of abundance, the theories of abundance, the theory of abundance, the symbol of abundance, the symbols of abundance, the symbol of abundance, the color of abundance, the colors of abundance, the color of abundance, the thing of abundance, the things of abundance, the thing of abundance, the way of abundance, the ways of abundance, the way of abundance, the place of abundance, the places of abundance, the place of abundance, the time of abundance, the times of abundance, the time of abundance, the event of abundance, the events of abundance, the event of abundance, the result of abundance, the results of abundance, the result of abundance, the crown of abundance, the crowns of abundance, the crown of abundance, the throne of abundance, the thrones of abundance, the throne of abundance, the abundance king, the abundance kings, the abundance kingdom, the abundance kingdoms, the abundance king's subject, the abundance king's subjects, the abundance king's dominion, the abundance king's dominions, the kingdom of abundance, the kingdoms of abundance, the kingdom of abundance, the abundance queen, the abundance queens, the abundance queendom, the abundance queendoms, the abundance queen subject, the abundance queen subjects, the abundance queen's dominion, the abundance queen's dominions, the queendom of abundance, the queendoms of abundance, the queendom of abundance, the abundance prince, the abundance princes, the abundance princedom, the abundance princedoms, the abundance prince's subject, the abundance prince's subjects, the abundance prince's dominion, the abundance prince's dominions, the princedom of abundance, the princedoms of abundance, the princedom of abundance, the abundance princess, the abundance princesses, the abundance princessdom, the abundance princessdoms, the abundance princess's subject, the abundance princess's subjects, the abundance princess's dominion, the abundance princess's dominions, the princessdom of abundance, the princessdoms of abundance, the princessdom of abundance, the Lord of abundance, the lords of abundance, the Lord of abundance, the lordess of abundance, the lordesses of abundance, the lordess of abundance, the priest of abundance, the priests of abundance, the priest of abundance, the priestess of abundance, the priestesses of abundance, the priestess of abundance, the ritual of abundance, the rituals of abundance, the ritual of abundance, the shrine of abundance, the shrines of abundance, the shrine of abundance, the temple of abundance, the temples of abundance, the temple of abundance, the leader of abundance, the leaders of abundance, the leader of abundance, the follower of abundance, the followers of abundance, the follower of abundance, the natural substance of abundance, the natural substances of abundance, the natural substance of abundance, the supernatural substance of abundance, the supernatural substances of abundance, the supernatural substance of abundance, the temporal substance of abundance, the temporal substances of abundance, the temporal substance of abundance, the spiritual substance of abundance, the spiritual substances of abundance, the spiritual substance of abundance, the natural form of abundance, the natural forms of abundance, the natural form of abundance, the supernatural form of abundance, the supernatural forms of abundance, the supernatural form of abundance, the temporal form of abundance, the temporal forms of abundance, the temporal form of abundance, the spiritual form of abundance, the spiritual forms of abundance, the spiritual form of abundance, the age of abundance, the ages of abundance, the age of abundance, the era of abundance, the heiress of abundance, the era of abundance, the awakener of abundance, the awakeners of abundance, the awakener of abundance, the awakening of abundance, the awakenings of abundance, the awakening of abundance, the realm of abundance, the realms of abundance, the realm of abundance, the dimension of abundance, the dimensions of abundance, the dimension of abundance, the zone of abundance, the zones of abundance, the zone of abundance, the frequency of abundance, the frequencies of abundance, the frequency of abundance, the century of abundance, the centuries of abundance, the century of abundance, the millennium of abundance, the millenniums of abundance, the millennium of abundance, the purpose of abundance, the purposes of abundance, the purpose of abundance, the meaning of abundance, the meanings of abundance, the meaning of abundance, the culture of abundance, the cultures of abundance, the culture of abundance, the demonstrator of abundance, the demonstrators of abundance, the demonstrator of abundance, the demonstration of abundance, the demonstrations of abundance, the demonstration of abundance, the manifester of abundance, the manifestors of abundance, the manifester of abundance, the manifestation of abundance, the manifestations of abundance, the manifestation of abundance, the presence of abundance, the presences of abundance, the presence of abundance, the glow of abundance, the glows of abundance, the glow of abundance, the goal of abundance, the goals of abundance, the goal of abundance, the plan of abundance, the plans of abundance, the plan of abundance, the book of abundance, the books of abundance, the book of abundance, the philosopher of abundance, the philosophers of abundance, the philosopher of abundance, the philosophy of abundance, the philosophies of abundance, the philosophy of abundance, the releaser of abundance, the releasers of abundance, the releaser of abundance, the release of abundance, the releases of abundance, the release of abundance, the variable of abundance, the variables of abundance, the variable of abundance, the cause of abundance, the causes of abundance, the cause of abundance, the effect of abundance, the effects of abundance, the effect of abundance, the journey of abundance, the journeys of abundance, the journey of abundance, the emergence of abundance, the emergences of abundance, the emergence of abundance, the source of abundance, the sources of abundance, the source of abundance, the originator of abundance, the originators of abundance, the originator of abundance, the origin of abundance, the origins of abundance, the origin of abundance, the forefather of abundance, the forefathers of abundance, the forefather of abundance, the foremother of abundance, the foremothers of abundance, the foremother of abundance, the ancestor of abundance, the ancestors of abundance, the ancestor of abundance, the descendant of abundance, the descendants of abundance, the descendant of abundance, the lineage of abundance, the lineages of abundance, the lineage of abundance, the heritage of abundance, the heritages of abundance, the heritage of abundance, the heir of abundance, the heirs of abundance, the heir of abundance, the co-heir of abundance, the co-heirs of abundance, the co-heir of abundance, the joint heir of abundance, the joint heirs of abundance, the joint heir of abundance, the dynasty of abundance, the dynasties of abundance, the dynasty of abundance, the force of abundance, the forces of abundance, the force of abundance, the law of abundance, the laws of abundance, the law of abundance, the pact of abundance, the pacts of abundance, the pact of abundance, the game of abundance, the games of abundance, the game of abundance, the mask of abundance, the masks of abundance, the mask of abundance, the armor of abundance, the armors of abundance, the armor of abundance, the sword of abundance, the swords of abundance, the sword of abundance, the shield of abundance, the shields of abundance, the shield of abundance, the force shield of abundance, the force shields of abundance, the force shield of abundance, the armored force shield of abundance, the armored force shields of abundance, the armored force shield of abundance, the champion of abundance, the champions of abundance, the champion of abundance, the guardian of abundance, the guardians of abundance, the guardian of abundance, the defender of abundance, the defenders of abundance, the defender of abundance, the protector of abundance, the protectors of abundance, the protector of abundance, the chant of abundance, the chant of abundance, the chant of abundance, the shape of abundance, the shapes of abundance, the shape of abundance, the cube of abundance, the cubes of abundance, the cube of abundance, the cuboid of abundance, the cuboids of abundance, the cuboid of abundance, the sphere of abundance, the spheres of abundance, the sphere of abundance, the spheroid of abundance, the spheroids of abundance, the spheroid of abundance, the prism of abundance, the prisms of abundance, the prism of abundance, the pyramid of abundance, the pyramids of abundance, the pyramid of abundance, the cylinder of abundance, the cylinders of abundance, the cylinder of abundance, the cone of abundance, the cones of abundance, the cone of abundance, the triangle of abundance, the triangles of abundance, the triangle of abundance, the circle of abundance, the circles of abundance, the circle of abundance, the semicircle of abundance, the semicircles of abundance, the semicircle of abundance, the square of abundance, the squares of abundance, the square of abundance, the rectangle of abundance, the rectangles of abundance, the rectangle of abundance, the parallelogram of abundance, the parallelograms of abundance, the parallelogram of abundance, the rhombus of abundance, the rhombuses of abundance, the rhombus of abundance, the trapezoid of abundance, the trapezoids of abundance, the trapezoid of abundance, the polygon of abundance, the polygons of abundance, the polygon of abundance, the pentagon of abundance, the pentagons of abundance, the pentagon of abundance, the hexagon of abundance, the hexagons of abundance, the hexagon of abundance, the septagon of abundance, the septagons of abundance, the septagon of abundance, the octagon of abundance, the octagons of abundance, the octagon of abundance, the nonagon of abundance, the nonagons of abundance, the nonagon of abundance, the decagon of abundance, the decagons of abundance, the decagon of abundance, the evolution of abundance, the evolutions of abundance, the evolution of abundance, the revolution of abundance, the revolutions of abundance, the revolution of abundance, the elemental art of abundance, the elemental arts of abundance, the elemental art of abundance, the elemental science of abundance, the elemental sciences of abundance, the elemental science of abundance, the elemental principle of abundance, the elemental principles of abundance, the elemental principle of abundance, the elemental technology of abundance, the elemental technologies of abundance, the elemental technology of abundance, the low elemental art of abundance, the low elemental arts of abundance, the low elemental art of abundance, the low elemental science of abundance, the low elemental sciences of abundance, the low elemental science of abundance, the low elemental principle of abundance, the low elemental principles of abundance, the low elemental principle of abundance, the low elemental technology of abundance, the low elemental technologies of abundance, the low elemental technology of abundance, the high elemental art of abundance, the high elemental arts of abundance, the high elemental art of abundance, the high elemental science of abundance, the high elemental sciences of abundance, the high elemental science of abundance, the high elemental principle of abundance, the high elemental principles of abundance, the high elemental principle of abundance, the high elemental technology of abundance, the high elemental technologies of abundance, the high elemental technology of abundance, the agent of abundance, the agents of abundance, the agent of abundance, the agency of abundance, the agencies of abundance, the agency of abundance, the amplifier of abundance, the amplifiers of abundance, the amplifier of abundance, the amplification of abundance, the amplifications of abundance, the amplification of abundance, the enhancer of abundance, the enhancers of abundance, the enhancer of abundance, the enhancement of abundance, the enhancements of abundance, the enhancement of abundance, the magnifier of abundance, the magnifiers of abundance, the magnifier of abundance, the magnification of abundance, the magnifications of abundance, the magnification of abundance, the influencer of abundance, the influencers of abundance, the influencer of abundance, the influence of abundance, the influences of abundance, the influence of abundance, the emanator of abundance, the emanators of abundance, the emanator of abundance, the emanation of abundance, the emanations of abundance, the emanation of abundance, the converger of abundance, the convergers of abundance, the converger of abundance, the convergence of abundance, the convergences of abundance, the convergence of abundance, the aura of abundance, the auras of abundance, the aura of abundance, the impression of abundance, the impressions of abundance, the impression of abundance, the intelligence of abundance, the intelligences of abundance, the intelligence of abundance, the sophistication of abundance, the sophistications of abundance, the sophistication of abundance, the genius of abundance, the geniuses of abundance, the genius of abundance, the polymath of abundance, the polymaths of abundance, the polymath of abundance, the psychic of abundance, the psychics of abundance, the psychic of abundance, the knowledge of abundance, the knowledges of abundance, the knowledge of abundance, the understanding of abundance, the understandings of abundance, the understanding of abundance, the wisdom of abundance, the wisdoms of abundance, the wisdom of abundance, the secret of abundance, the secrets of abundance, the secret of abundance, the mystery of abundance, the mysteries of abundance, the mystery of abundance, the revelation of abundance, the revelations of abundance, the revelation of abundance, the tactic of abundance, the tactics of abundance, the tactic of abundance, the strategy of abundance, the strategies of abundance, the strategy of abundance, the strength of abundance, the strengths of abundance, the strength of abundance, the might of abundance, the mights of abundance, the might of abundance, the power of abundance, the powers of abundance, the power of abundance, the authority of abundance, the authorities of abundance, the authority of abundance, the dominion of abundance, the dominions of abundance, the dominion of abundance, the rhythm of abundance, the rhythms of abundance, the rhythm of abundance, the melody of abundance, the melodies of abundance, the melody of abundance, the music of abundance, the musics of abundance, the music of abundance, the lyric of abundance, the lyrics of abundance, the lyric of abundance, the song of abundance, the songs of abundance, the song of abundance, the dance of abundance, the dances of abundance, the dance of abundance, the spirit of abundance, the spirits of abundance, the spirit of abundance, the soul of abundance, the souls of abundance, the soul of abundance, the body of abundance, the bodies of abundance, the body of abundance, the mark of abundance, the marks of abundance, the mark of abundance, the promise of abundance, the promises of abundance, the promise of abundance, the visionary of abundance, the visionaries of abundance, the visionary of abundance, the vision of abundance, the visions of abundance, the vision of abundance, the picture of abundance, the pictures of abundance, the picture of abundance, the sound of abundance, the sounds of abundance, the sound of abundance, the dung of abundance, the dungs of abundance, the dung of abundance, the language of abundance, the languages of abundance, the language of abundance, the communication of abundance, the communications of abundance, the communication of abundance, the people of abundance, the peoples of abundance, the people of abundance, the society of abundance, the societies of abundance, the society of abundance, the fortress of abundance, the fortresses of abundance, the fortress of abundance, the government of abundance, the government of abundance, the government of abundance, the city of abundance, the cities of abundance, the city of abundance, the nation of abundance, the nations of abundance, the nation of abundance, the civilization of abundance, the civilizations of abundance, the civilization of abundance, the world of abundance, the worlds of abundance, the world of abundance,